Good evening, everyone. This is Robert from RJL 518, welcoming you to tonight's edition of Payoff Pitch Baseball. This is the 1985 season replay. Tonight, we are at Oakland Coliseum. The date is May 2nd, 85. We now begin the second month of this replay. The Milwaukee Brewers at 7-13 take on the Oakland Athletics, who are 9-13 at this stage of our replay. So both teams, of course, are a little bit under 500, but it doesn't mean they will not play hard. As Steeler fan 1933 is first to join me at Oakland Coliseum. A nice win for your Steelers, by the way. And, of course, how about them Dolphins? As I'll say, of course, to get things going underway, as, of course, you can see underneath my scoreboard, the logo of the team I love the most when it comes to football. Got a good game tonight. It's going to be Bob McClure versus Don Sutton in our matchup here at Oakland Coliseum. Should be fun. The A's won this game originally 5-4. So anything can happen here at Payoff Pitch Baseball, and I'm checking both cards are nothing special except for wild pitches, and that's it. So let's get things underway here. As Steeler fan says, a nice win for my Dolphins. Yes, now we go to Denver next week. Hopefully the Dolphins just continue to play well. Tried fan 879 now joins me at Oakland Coliseum for a little late night baseball. Starting pitcher for the Oakland Athletics in this game will be Don Sutton. He was 13-8, 3.89 ERA. Not bad for a 40-year-old man. He was 40 years old in 85. Not a bad, at a winning record. Not too bad for Don Sutton and the A's back in 85. Let's get things started here. Top of the first inning, leading off for the Milwaukee Brewers will be third baseman Paul Molitor. Molitor batted .285 against the rights. Game is underway. In play, 72. That's a fly ball to right field. That'll be taken care of by Steve Henderson, out number 1. Next batter up will be the center fielder, Dion James. He got the call from Milwaukee today. He was only 22 years old. He batted .220 against the rights. Salvador America joins me now at Oakland Coliseum. Haven't seen you in a little bit there, Salvador. You've been missing some of my games, I see. Been missing you there, my good man. Always pleasure to have you here. Dion James. Sutton will pitch. That is a ballpark 96. That will definitely be an in-play. An in-play 43 is a ground ball right back to Sutton. And Sutton will take care of that and throw to first for out number 2. Next up is first baseman Cecil Cooper, batted .280 against rights in 85. Don Sutton, Hall of Famer, 40 years old in 1985, and he still had a winning record. Sutton's pitch, that is a patient 76, and that will be a ground out to short. Easy play there by Alfredo Griffin, who throws to first. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for the Brew Crew. We go to the bottom of the first inning. And starting pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers is left-hander Bob McClure. Now, this is interesting. Missing my early starts doing family stuff. Sir, Salvador America, family stuff does not come before my games. I thought we settled that. My games come first, Salvador America. I'm most annoyed right now. Avoiding this damn virus and work. I don't want to hear about it. You've got to be watching my games. Oh. Not a problem, my friend. Not a problem. Bob McClure, this is interesting, and the reason why is Bob McClure was normally a relief pitcher. He had one game. He only started one game. And it's really funny that the game I scheduled is his start, which is really weird. This is Bob McClure's only start in 1985. He was 4-1 with a 4.31 ERA. He had 3 saves, but he does get the start for the Brewers in this game. How about that? His only start. Leading off for the Oakland Athletics will be left fielder Dave Collins. Against the lefty, he bats .218. To start the bottom of the first. Good to see everybody healthy and happy and here to watch a little baseball. McClure's pitch, tough, 77. And that will be a fly out to center. That'll get taken care of by Dion James, out number 1. Here's a guy that'll bring back some memories. Third baseman, Carney Lansford. There you go. Carney Lansford batted .237 with 3 homers against lefties. That's another blast from the past. McClure's pitch, tough, 35. And that's going to be a pop out to short. That'll get caught by Brian Giles for out number 2. And now here is first baseman Dusty Baker. Yep, Dusty Baker was on the Oakland A's in 1985. He was 36 years old, and he plays first base in this game. As Philip Reynolds says, how many homers should I expect tonight? This is payoff pitch, not APA. Although we'll probably have an APA game a little later. I might have another APA game, only that time I'll be using some of the advanced rules. McClure's pitch, in play, 43, and that is a ground ball back to McClure. He will take care of that. And a 1-2-3 inning for the A's. No score at the end of 1. Top of the second. As Salvador, welcome aboard the RJL train. Expect a few more results. Here is your left fielder for the Brewers. It is Robin Yount. Mr. Brewer. He would have to be the face of the Brewers franchise. Yount bats .266, 11 homers against the rights. Don Sutton, in play, 76. That's a fly out to center. Taken care of by Mike Davis, out number 1. Next up will be the Brewer designated hitter, and that is Ted Simmons. He was the DH for this game. Batted .257 against rights. Sutton's pitch, ballpark 58. He's hitting from the left side. That's going to be an in-play. And an in-play 07 will be a double for Ted Simmons. He gets a 2-bagger. He will hold at second base. Simmons on at second with a double as he smacked that one into right field. Here is the right fielder, Ben Ogilvy, for the Brewers. Simmons on at second. Sutton looking in. Here is the pitch. That is a patient 84, and that's a ground ball to second base. That'll be easily taken care of by Piccolo. He'll throw to first. Simmons with a run rating of 5 will not go to third. 2 outs. His run rating has to be at least a 6, in my opinion, or a 7. Simmons stays at second base. 2 outs, though. Here is the catcher, Charlie Moore, for the Brewers. We're down 4 drivers, which should be okay. And except I'm sorry, wrong place for that message. 2 outs. Simmons on at second. Pitch from Sutton. Defense 27. That could be interesting. Range check to third. The ball is hit to Lansford. His range is a D, and he is not going to make that play. That's going to be a hit. That's hit to third. That is going to be a double for Charlie Moore as he smacks it past Lansford. Simmons will come in to score. Moore will go to second, and it's 1-0 Brewers. RBI double for the Brew Crew. Brewers are on top, 1-0. Next up, second baseman Jim Gantner. Bats .220 against right-handers. As it was hit out of Lansford's range. Tiger, the worst hole of his career at the Masters. Yes, he fired a 10 at the 12th. Couldn't have been any worse for him. Too bad. I have no problem with Dustin Johnson winning it. I think that's terrific. Sutton's pitch to Gantner. That is a ballpark 78. That's an in play. In play for Gantner is a fly ball to right. That'll get taken care of by Henderson. And the inning is over. 1 run for the Brewers on 2 hits. They have a 1-0 lead going into the bottom of the second. No downtown athletic club in Pittsburgh. I think Steeler fans should try Strata Appa Football Live. Yes, I think you should too. Bob McClure will pitch. And here is the DH for the Athletics. And that is, 36-year-old Dave King Kong Kingman. And of course, you know what he's done in my 77 inside pitch, one and gone. Speaking of that, we got the Angels and the Pirates tomorrow, inside pitch in the morning. So be on the lookout for that. McClure's pitch. Ballpark 79, that will be in play. In play 85 is a ground out to short. Kingman grounds out. And now here comes the A's catcher, Mike Heath. Batted .285 against lefties. McClure's pitch. Tough, 0-7, strikeout. 1 away. 2 outs, actually. Heath goes down on strikes. McClure averaged 6 strikeouts per 9. 2 men down. Here is right fielder Steve Henderson. Batted .321 against lefties in 85. Pitch from McClure. In play 41. That's going to be a single for Henderson. That's a 2-out hit. He hits that one in the left field. Henderson on at first. And the batter will be center fielder Mike Davis. He bats .271 against lefties in 85. McClure deals. And that is a tough 73. And that will be a ground out to short to end the inning. Nothing for Oakland. They do get a hit. At the end of 2, the Brew Crew lead the A's 1-0. The latest Strat football you have is 2015. The oldest is 86. I'd watch some of that. If you did some of that, Steeler fan, some football, I'd definitely watch it. Top of the 3rd inning, and it will be, who leads off? It'll be Brian Giles leading off for the Brewers in this game. He is in shortstop, future Met. Brian Giles is 25 years old. Sutton's pitch. Tough, 91. That's a fly out to left. Taken care of by Collins, 1 out. Here is Paul Molitor, Hall of Famer. Yep, first ever Appa roll, 66, home run. Sutton's pitch. In play 79. That's a fly out to center. That's taken care of by Davis. And now Dion James. Patient 70. Ground out to short. Not a bad roll. An easy play by Alfredo Griffin. He throws to first. And a 1-2-3 inning for Sutton. Still 1-0 going to the bottom of the 3rd. Groceries getting delivered. Be back later. Go Brewers. You got it there, Steeler fan. Can always check out the replay. Leading off for Oakland, second baseman Rob Piccolo. He was 32 years old at 85. Yeah, the trash cans were banging. We learned a lot about Appa in that basic game. We learned a lot about it. McClure, patient, 0-4. That's a walk. Piccolo will trot down to first. Doesn't walk much, but he did walk on that one. Leadoff runner on. And that will bring up shortstop Alfredo Griffin for Oakland. Batted .326 against lefties. Piccolo is a 3C steal rating, 11 on the dice. And that is in Griffin's sacrifice range. It is in his sacrifice range. Bunt rating is a D. But he hits .326. No, he won't bunt. I'll call that off and let hit normally. McClure's pitch. In play 44. That will be a single for Alfredo Griffin. It's an opposite field liner. So Griffin goes ahead, hits that into right field. Piccolo will hold at second base. And the A's are in business. Runners at first and second for Dave Collins. Those get homers, just strikeouts. I always got a question to ask you guys. I know you like it when I do. Do you really have a preference of the games I play? Or do you prefer payoff pitch, inside pitch, APA, or you guys really don't care? You just like me rolling dice no matter what I play. McClure's pitch. In play, 65. That's a ground ball to second base. Collins, let's see, double play ratings a 6. 7, that is a 6. They will turn to second base, to shortstop, back to first, double play. Piccolo does make third. Twin killing Bob McClure gets. With a runner on third base, here is Carney Lansford. Payoff pitch for Salvador America. As I'm trying to learn it. Piccolo on at third. Lansford at the plate. Bottom of the third inning. McClure's pitch. That is a ballpark 66. That will be in play for Lansford. In play 55 is a ground ball to third. That'll get taken care of by Molitor. Throws to first, and the inning is over. So a chance for the A's goes by the board. No runs. They do get a hit and a walk. It is still 1-0 in favor of the Brewers. Inside pitch. Carver Gray says inside pitch, but I like whatever you do. Great commentating voice. Thank you very much, sir. I got lots more inside pitch coming up, and of course, we got lots of payoff pitch still to play. We're now only entering the second month of this 85 season. Top of the fourth, Don Sutton pitching. Here is Cecil Cooper for the Brewers. He is 0 for 1. In play, 45. That's going to be a base hit for Cecil Cooper. He does get a single. And he hits that one into center field. Cooper holds it first. And that will bring up Robin Yount. Cooper on it first. That is a 9. Nothing happening on the stretch. So Yount will bat normally. Sutton's pitch. Tough. 79. That's going to be a fly ball center field. And that'll be taken care of by Davis, out number 1. Now the DH, Ted Simmons. Pine tar baseball. Yeah. Brown noser. Pine tar baseball. I don't like the pine tar baseball system. I don't. But Al Red Sox fan is the master of pine tar. And yes, I do like it when he does it. In play 30. That is a wild pitch by Don Sutton. It goes to the backstop. Cooper goes to second. Now we check the roll. In play 30. And that is going to be a single for Ted Simmons. Sharp liner drops in front of left field. Runner on second scores. It's 2-0 as the wild pitch allows the Brewers to get a run. Ted Simmons gets an RBI single, 2-0 Brew Crew. Here is Ben Ogilvy. Still one out here in the top of the fourth. Simmons not running. In play 35. That's going to be a single for Ogilvy. Base hit. He cracks one. A line drive into left field. Runner on first, advances 2 bases. Simmons goes to third. And now Sutton's having problems getting batters out. Runners at the corners and Charlie Moore coming up from Milwaukee. One out. Simmons on at third. They're going to play the A's will play the infield back. Sutton looking in. Fans here at Oakland Coliseum not happy right now, but maybe Sutton can get the job done. Pitch on the way. That is a tough 18. That is a strikeout. 2 down. Gets a big strikeout on Charlie Moore. And now Jim Gantner. Infield back to normal. Pitch from Sutton. Ballpark 93. That's in play. In play 37 is going to be a pop out to second base. Oh, Gantner just missed it. Pop out to second. And that will end the inning. Brewers get 1 run on 3 hits. They now lead 2-0 going into the bottom of the fourth. McClure doing a pretty good job. We'll see how long it lasts against this A's team. Here is Dusty Baker leading off for the Athletics. Oakland was not a terrible team that year. Milwaukee had a record of 71-90, and Oakland was 77-85. Both teams are graded a C on the quick results charts. And yet right now they are playing that kind of baseball. Milwaukee is 7-13. Oakland is 9-13. But anything can happen with those quick results charts. McClure's pitch to Baker. Ballpark 30. That's a wheelhouse on Dusty Baker. Wheelhouse 24. That one is hit high. That one is hit deep. That one is gone. Home run, Dusty Baker. Solo jack off of McClure. Stadium cheers. Yay! Baker did hit 5 homers against lefties in that year. And he does get one there. 2-1. And now here is King Kong Kingman. McClure will shake off the home run, and he will deal. Tough 50. That is a ground ball to third. Easy play there by Molitor. Throws to first. Out 1. Next up for Oakland will be Mike Heath. McClure will pitch. Defense check 12. That might be a problem. Range check to short. The ball is hit to Giles. His range is a C. Not a chance. That's going to be a hit. It will be a single for Heath as he gets it past Giles. Heath will hold it first and does have a chance to steal, a 3 steal rating. He had 7 stolen bases. But he's got a D. Who the catcher is Moore. His arm is a 2. What would be the chance of that to get it to steal the base? Let's see. His is a D and a 2. That would be a poor chance from Mike Heath to steal. I'll call that off. And I'll let Henderson bat. 1 out. McClure will pitch to Henderson. Tough 30. That is a wild pitch by McClure. He throws one to the backstop. Heath goes to second. Now we resolve the play. And a tough 30 is going to be a swing and a miss. Is actually a cold strike 3. Henderson is out. Struck him out. The wild pitch puts Heath on at second, but Henderson strikes out. 2 down. And now Mike Davis with a runner on second base. McClure deals. That is a tough 69, and that's a ground out to short. That'll get taken care of by Giles, who throws to first. Side retired. 1 run on 2 hits for Oakland. At the end of 4, it's 2-1 Milwaukee. In this nice little American League matchup we have. Remember, from now on, 10-minute ticker will be after the game. So we have the 10-minute tickers after the ball games now instead of during the 7th inning stretch. Allows me to get through the game a little faster. And if good guys can't stay for the 10-minute ticker, that's okay. But if you guys want to, you may. So 10-minute ticker from now on is after the game. Until we get to the playoffs, then we might have to roll some during games, depending on if playoff positioning is in effect. Top of the 5th. Here is Brian Giles leading off for Milwaukee. Giles is 0 for 1. Sutton, tough, 24, struck him out. 1 down. That is strikeout number 2 for Sutton. He averaged 4.2 per 9 that year. And now Paul Molitor. Surprise days aren't leading. Well, Bob McClure pitching pretty well so far. Sutton's pitch. That is an in-play 56. And that's a ground ball right back to Sutton. He'll throw to first for out number 2. And now here is Dion James. James is 0 for 2. Sutton's pitch. Wheelhouse 14. That's a single. James had no home runs at all in 1985. He didn't have that many at bats. But he does get a single as Don Sutton pitches a very bad pitch. But all James can do is get a base hit with it. But that's good. Keeps the inning alive. James will trot down to first. And now you bring on big old Cecil Cooper to bat with 2 outs. Sacrifice came up on Cooper. He is not sacrificing. There's 2 outs. Here is the pitch. Tough, 34. And that is going to be a pop out to second base. Just misses it. A tough 33 would have been a big hit. But a 34 does not do it. And that's a pop out to second, and that will end the inning. No runs and a hit. We are halfway through this game. 2-1, Brewers leading the A's. Bottom of the 5th inning, here is Rob Pichilo. He will bat. McClure with the pitch. Tough, 38. Pop out to short. Popped it up in the infield, and Giles makes that catch. Out number 1. Here is the A's shortstop, Alfredo Griffin. Not a bad player, actually. Alfredo Griffin was a pretty average player. He could actually play pretty well. But I remember the days from the 80s. Tough 20. Base hit for Alfredo Griffin. He just got it. He gets a single off of McClure. And he will go to first. Second hit of the game for Griffin. No steal, and there will be Dave Collins batting for the A's with 1 out. McClure checks and deals. Patient 70. That will be a ground ball to second base. Collins' double play rating's a 6. McClure's a 7. That is a 10. The only play they have is Griffin out at second. 2 outs. As Collins makes it to first on the fielder's choice. And now can Carney Lansford do it here for Oakland with 2 outs? Collins ready. Lansford, the pitch. That is a tough 82. And that's a ground ball to short. Easy pickup by Giles. And he will throw to first to get the out. Nothing for Oakland. They do get a hit. At the end of 5, it is still 2-1 Brewers. Top of the 6th coming up. Leading off for the Brewers will be Robin Yount with 2 out. Starting here at the top of the 6th. Don Sutton's fatigue inning is a 7. We'll see how long he can go. Sutton's pitch. Tough. 78. That's a fly out to center. Yount is flied out to center all 3 times. 1 out there. Not having a good game. And here is Ted Simmons. Simmons is 2 for 2, a single and a double. So Sutton hasn't gotten him out yet. Pitch from Sutton. In play, 23. He's still not going to get him out. That's a base hit for Simmons. Yount can't figure him out, but Simmons definitely has. He's 3 for 3. Simmons gets to first. And here is Ben Ogilvy. Sutton's pitch. That is a tough 64. Ground ball to short. Ogilvy's double play rating's a 7. Sutton's a 5. That is an 8. The throw goes to second to get Simmons. They will not get Ogilvy. 2 outs. Fielder's choice. And now Charlie Moore. Moore is 1 for 2. He's got a double. 2 men out. Ogilvy on it first. Sutton ready to deal. And that is an in-play 24. That will be a base hit for Charlie Moore. It is a single. I have to pick the card because Ogilvy's run rating is a 4. That's a line drive into center field. Ogilvy will still make it to third. Runner at first advances 2 bases. And the inning will continue. Second hit of the game from Moore. And now can Jim Gantner bring in some runs for the Brewers? Two men out. Infield is normal. Sutton now dealing to Gantner. 2 outs. Pitch on the way. That is a patient 32, and that is going to be a base hit by Jim Gantner. It is a single. Ogilvy will come in to score easily. Moore with a run rating of 6 will make third. Gantner to first. 3-0 Brewers. Sorry, 3-1 Brewers. As Jim Gantner gets an RBI single. And now Brian Giles, which means this will be Don Sutton's last inning because he will be fatigued to start the 7th. So the bullpen in Oakland is getting ready to go. 2 outs. Here's Giles. That is an in-play 28, and that will be a pop out to third. And the inning is over. 1 run for Milwaukee on 3 hits. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's now a 3-1 Brewers lead. Bob McClure will step out on the mound. 3-1. Not a bad game going on. Here is Dusty Baker leading off for Oakland. Baker hit a home run. His last time up. Still had a little bit of power against left-handed pitching that year. He did have 5 homers against lefties. McClure will see how he deals with him this time. Pitch to Baker. Tough. 72. That is a ground ball to second base. Taken care of by Gantner, who throws to first for out number 1. Here is Dave Kingman. King Kong Kingman at 36 years old. He hit 30 home runs total in 85. Still very capable. Patient, 29. That's a walk. Kingman will track down to first on a base on balls. And now Mike Heath steps up to the plate. As Bears Den 007 now joins me here at Oakland Coliseum for tonight's game between the Brew Crew and the A's. Kingman on it first. Bob McClure against Heath. Pitch coming. Tough. 56. That is a ground ball to third. Heath's double play rating is an 8. McClure's a 7. That's a 7. They will turn it. Third base to second base to first base. Double play. Inning over. Bob McClure gets the twin killing. And it remains 3-1 in favor of the Brew Crew. We go to the top of the 7th. Don Sutton is done. And leading off for the Brewers will be Paul Molitor. They have a right and 2 lefty coming on. So let's see who the Oakland A's want to bring on to pitch. The A's bullpen is very, very meh. They're going to bring in Bill Kruger. Pitching for Oakland with Bill Kruger, 9-10, a 4.52 ERA. He does have some starts, but he has a couple of relief appearances here. Bill Kruger will go up against Paul Molitor, top of the 7th. Brewers leading 3-1. Here's the pitch from Kruger. That's a tough 80, and that will be a fly out to center. And Molitor is 0 for 4 today. Next up is Dion James. Kruger's pitch. Tough. 23. That's going to be a base hit for Dion James. And more than that, he smacks that into left field. That's going to bounce off the wall. James is going to have a double. Fires a tough pitch off of Kruger. And James is safe at second. James has his second hit of the game. And now here is Cecil Cooper. 1 out, runner on second for the Brewers. Kruger deals. That is an in-play 76. Ground ball to short. The throw will go to first. Deion James, run rating a 6. He will not advance, and he will hold it second for the second out. And now a chance for Robin Yount. Yount is 0 for 3. He has flown out to center all 3 times. Kruger will pitch to Yount. James on at second. Here's the pitch. And that is a patient 91. And that is a ground ball to short. Easily picked up by Griffin. Throws to first, and the inning is over. No runs for Milwaukee. They do get a hit. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Brewers lead 3-1. And a quick timeout. Tomorrow's telecasts. We have Inside Pitch, game number 21 of the 1977 One and Gone tournament. It will be the California Angels taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. And it should be a good pitching matchup. It will be Paul Hartzell for California and Jerry Royce for Pittsburgh. Tomorrow night's payoff pitch game will be the San Diego Padres again, but this time they'll take on the Chicago Cubs as we get our first look at the Cubbies. That's tomorrow night's payoff pitch game in 1985. And who knows, stay tuned. I might do a little APA tonight late. Try another APA game, but this time add some of the advanced rules from the board. We are in the bottom of the 7th inning. Bob McClure, they're going to keep him out there. The Brewers lead 3-1. Steve Henderson leads off for Oakland. We'll see how long McClure can go. He did not get a complete game in that one game he started, which is this one. McClure's pitch, tough, 22, and that's a strikeout. Henderson goes down. Henderson strikes out for the second time today. 1 down. Here is Mike Davis. McClure will deal. That's a tough 42, and that's a strikeout. Strikeout. Davis goes down. McClure dealing. And now Rob Piccolo. 2 outs. Pitch from McClure. That is a patient 58, and that's going to be a ground ball to third. Easily picked up there by Mahler. Throws to first. Side retired. A 1-2-3 inning for McClure. Still 3-1 Brewers at the end of 7. Top of the 8th coming up. Ted Simmons leading off for Milwaukee. And let's see what they're going to do here. Kruger's going to come out. And Oakland will go to the pen again. And coming on to pitch for Oakland will be Keith Atherton. He will come out and pitch. 4-7, 4.30 ERA. Yeah, he's got that ballpark at 7, though. That's dangerous, but a couple of toughs behind it. So we'll see if Keith Atherton can keep the score where it is for Oakland. Simmons leads off. Simmons having a heck of a game. He's 3 for 3. Pitch from Atherton. Wheelhouse 45, and that's going to be a single for Simmons. It's a base hit. Simmons is 4 for 4. Here I am saying Ted Simmons, I guess a possible Hall of Famer, and he goes for a 4 for 4 night. Runner on first for the Brew Crew. And here is Ben Ogilvy. Ogilvy is 1 for 3. Here's the pitch from Atherton. And it's a patient 62. That's going to be a single for Ogilvy. Base hit. Ball blooped into right field. Simmons will have to hold at second. And the Brewers are in business. And here comes Charlie Moore. Moore is 2 for 3 tonight, a double and a single. Simmons on at second, Ogilvy at first. Atherton coming in here and so far hasn't gotten any outs yet. Pitch to Moore. Ballpark 0-1. That is a wheelhouse for Charlie Moore. And a wheelhouse 32 is going to be a single. That is a base hit. Opposite field liner. So that ball is hit to right field. Runner on first advances 2 bases. Runner on second scores. Simmons comes in. Ogilvy to third. It's now 4-1 Brewers. And the batter is Jim Gantner. That's going to be it for Atherton, as he has proven to be ridiculous. As Oliver Peter, how do you pronounce your name? Peterzak? Peterzak? Olivier Peterzak? I'm thinking pronouncing that right. But welcome to Oakland Coliseum. I'll just call you Olivier. Runners at first and third. We'll have another pitcher for Oakland, as he was ridiculously ineffective. And we will see now coming on will be... the Oakland bullpen is meh. That is for sure. Coming on to pitch will be Steve McCaddy. McCaddy will take over. 4-4, 5.57 ERA in 1985. Yes, good. Call me Olivier. Really nice to see your games. Thank you, sir. Welcome to Oakland Coliseum. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Brewers up 4-1. Jim Gantner now batting against McCaddy. And that is a patient 90. And that will be a ground ball to second base. But Gantner's double play rating's a 7. McCaddy's a 7. That is a 4. They're going to take the double play, and Ogilvy will score. So that is a double play. 4-6-3. But Ogilvy comes in, and there are now 2 outs. 5-1 Brewers. As I did not call the infield in, so usually if I don't do that, the infield is normal for back. Here is Brian Giles. 2 outs. Giles is 0 for 3. McCaddy's pitch, that's a tough 58, and that's a strikeout. And he will go down, and that ends the inning. 2 runs for the Brewers on 3 hits. As A's pitcher, Atherton was ineffective, but McCaddy came in and got the job done. It is 5-1 Brewers. Bottom of the 8th inning. Bob McClure. Let's see, you got a switch and 2 rights. They're going to leave McClure out there. See how long he can go. He's already 1 inning past, but he has not given up 3 runs yet. So Milwaukee will leave McClure out there. This will be his last inning no matter what. He has no complete game, and I'm not going to give it to him. Let's see how long it can last. Alfredo Griffin leads off for the A's. Bottom of the 8th inning. Tough. 0-8. That's a strikeout. Griffin gets a strikeout. 1 down. And he almost missed a double. A 1-8 against the lefty, and that is an 8. Griffin is out of there. Can't believe it, but he is struck out. 1 man down. Here is Dave Collins. McClure's pitched very well tonight. That is a tough 24, and that's a pop out to second. Popped it up. That'll be taken care of by Gantner. 2 outs. And now Carney Lansford. McClure checks and deals. Goes to Lansford. Tough. 18. That's going to be a single for Lansford. He does get a base hit. He will hold it first. And now a chance for Dusty Baker. Baker hit a home run for Oakland. That's the only run they got. 2 men down. McClure looking in. Baker 1 for 3. Pitch from McClure. And that is going to be a tough 35. And it's going to be a pop out to short. That'll get taken care of by Giles. And the inning is over. The A's get a hit, but that's all. And it remains 5-1 in favor of the Brew Crew. Top of the 9th. McCaddy. Let's see if he's going to stay out there. And it's the top of the order. And McCaddy will pitch to Paul Molitor. The top of the 9th inning. Molitor is 0 for 4. Remember, 10-minute ticker at the end of the game. McCaddy's pitch. Patient 24. That's going to be a walk. Molitor trots down to first. Here is Dion James. James is 2 for 4 tonight, a single and a double. Molitor a chance to steal. It's got 21 stolen bases, but you got a 4-run lead, so no, you're not stealing. McCaddy will pitch to James. In play 25. Single for Dion James. That's his 3rd hit of the game. That is a soft blooper into left field. Runner on first advances 2 bases. Molitor goes to third. James on first. And the A's again are in business. Next batter is Cecil Cooper. Runners at first and third. Cooper the batter. McCaddy will stay out there. He'll pitch to Cooper. Cooper's a little worse. Infield is in. Athletics are not going to take any more runs to have any chance in the bottom of the 9th. Infield in. Here's the pitch to Cooper. And that is a tough 41. And that's going to be a single for Cooper. Base hit. That's a ball blooped into right field. Molitor comes in to score. Runner on first advances 1 base. Dion James has to hold it second. And it is now 6-1 Brewers, as the A's bullpen is just not getting it done. The batter now is Robin Yount. That'll be it for McCaddy. A's will go to the pen. As I said, the A's bullpen is weak. They're going to bring in Tom Tellman. He will come on and pitch. No record, 5.06 ERA, only pitched in about 11 games for Oakland. Tom Tellman is on the A's lineup at this time. Still nobody out, top of the ninth inning, 6-1, and the A's are pretty much figuring they'll have to wait till tomorrow to try to win a ball game here. Tellman's pitched to Yount, and that is a patient 36. That's a walk. Something tells me we're going to be in for a big inning. And the bases are loaded for Ted Simmons. Ted Simmons, who's 4 for 4 today. 3 singles and a double. Nobody out, top of the ninth inning. It looks like the Brewers are going to try to make mincemeat of this A's team today. Tellman with the pitch. Patient 63. And that is going to be a fly ball to right field. Fly out to right. Simmons is out. Now that is a patient. That is a patient. Runner on third base may attempt to score. Deion James's run rating is a 6. The ball was hit to right field, and the arm rating for Henderson is a 9. So they're going to go ahead and they're going to send James. They're going to send James. A 6 or lower, he's safe. 7 or 8, 9, a play at the plate. 10 or higher, he is out. And it's an 11. The throw comes to the plate, and James is out of there. James is thrown out at the plate by Steve Henderson. Nails him. 2 outs. The other runners do advance 1 base on the throw. So Cooper goes to third and Yount goes to second. But now 2 outs. And here is Ben Oglivie. As they nail James at the plate. Oglivie having a good night. He's 2 for 4. Runners at second and third. Tellman pitches to Oglivie. And that is an in-play 46. That's a single for Oglivie. That's a base hit. Cooper will score. Yount will score. Oglivie to first. 8-1 Brewers. As Milwaukee now beginning to run away with the game, and fans here at Oakland Coliseum are heading for the exits. Here is Charlie Moore. Tellman comes out. A's going to the pen again. They're going to bring in left-hander Tim Conroy. 0-1 with a 4.26 ERA. 8-1 Brewers. 2 outs. Conroy will pitch to Moore. Patient 36. And that is going to be a walk. Runners at first and second. No, patient 36. I'm sorry, that's a wild pitch. So it's a wild pitch, but it's still a walk anyway. So Oglivie would go to second on the wild pitch, and then he walks Moore. So it's a wild pitch, but still didn't matter. And the batter now is Jim Gantner. With still 2 outs. Conroy with the pitch. Patient 76. That's going to end the inning. Fly out to center field. Coming under it will be Davis. And the inning comes to a close. Finally. 3 runs for Milwaukee on 1, 2, 3 hits and 3 walks. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Brewers leading 8-1. Bob McClure does not have a complete game on his stats. I'm not going to give him one, as he is going to leave the game, and the Brewers will just bring in somebody to mop it up. Dave Kingman leads off a bunch of right-handers. And the Brewers are going to bring in Bob Gibson. Not the Bob Gibson, but Bob Gibson. Gibson, 6-7, a 3.90 ERA. Actually had 11 saves. He'll come in and try to close the door here. 8-1 Milwaukee. Kingman leads off. Bottom of the 9th. Will we see some 9th inning drama? Gibson's pitch. That is a patient 51, and it's going to start with a base hit by Dave Kingman. Kingman gets a single. And now the batter is Mike Heath. Seven-run lead. Brewers better hold this. Gibson will pitch. Tough. 0-6. Strikeout. Down goes Heath. One man down. And now here is Steve Henderson. Henderson is 1 for 3, struck out twice and single. Pitch from Gibson. Tough. 26. Strikeout. Down goes Henderson. And he has the hat trick. He struck out 3 times tonight. Last chance for the A's for Mike Davis. Davis is 0 for 3. Gibson trying to shut the door. Kingman on it first. Brewers trying to get a nice win. That is a patient 24. The game is not over yet. Davis walks. Draws the 2-out walk. Runners at first and second now for Rob Piccolo. And I think we'll see a pinch hitter for Piccolo. Piccolo batted 200 against rights. Piccolo is the second baseman in this game for Oakland. So let's see who they want to bring in. Coming into bat for Piccolo will be Donnie Hill, who batted 295 against rights, and he will take over at second base if somehow this game goes on. Donnie Hill will pinch it against Gibson. 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th, 8-1. Gibson trying to get it done. Runners at first and second. Pitch from Bobby G. And that's a tough 18. And it's going to be a single for Donnie Hill. Base hit. That is a hit. I have to draw the card because Kingman has a run rating of 4. That is going to be a long single into the gap to center field. Runner on first advances 2 bases. Runner on second scores. Kingman comes in. Davis goes to third. Hill goes to first. It's 8-2. I don't get really quick 9 innings, do I? I don't get them. Next batter for Oakland is Alfredo Griffin, and I'm going to check the bench again to see if I can do anything for that. Griffin is a shortstop, and there is nobody else that can take the position, so Griffin has to hit. Okay, Alfredo Griffin has to hit. So I have nobody else to take the position. So runners at the corners. Alfredo Griffin now tries to see if he can keep this game going. Now 8-2. Gibson trying to shut the door. Pitch on the way. Patient 89. That'll do it. Ground ball to short. Easily picked up by Giles. He has it, and the throw will go to second to get Hill, and the inning is over and the game. 1 run for Oakland on a couple of hits, but that will do it as the Brewers come away with a nice win tonight. They beat the Athletics 8-2. Thank you all very much for joining me. Just stay tuned for a moment as I clean up, and then we'll do a quick 10-minute ticker. I'll give you a final line score, of course, in a moment. You're welcome, but now we have 10-minute ticker time, so let's go ahead and get everything situated for it. Let's go to the 10-minute ticker. Not that long. There weren't that many games on the 2nd of May. There was only a 3-game schedule on that day. We know Milwaukee beats Oakland, so they win this game 8-2. Toronto at California. That is a 4. That's a win for the Blue Jays. They win that game 4-3. And Boston taking on Seattle. I know Salvador America wants to know what happens here. That is a 2. It's a win for the Red Sox. They beat the Mariners 6-3. Now we move on to May 3rd, full schedule. From Milwaukee and California, the Brewers win another game. They play California tomorrow, and they win that game. That is a 9-7 win for the Brewers. Texas at Cleveland. That is a 7. It's a win for the Rangers. Win that game 9-0. Chicago White Sox at Detroit. 7. A win for the Tigers. 8-3. Baltimore at Minnesota. An 8. It's a win for the Twins. Win that game 9-7. Kansas City at New York Yankees. That's a 4. It's a win for the Royals. They win that game 9-8. Boston at Oakland. Your Red Sox against the A's. That is a 6. It's a win for the Red Sox 9-8. They win today and tomorrow. Toronto at Seattle. That is a 5. That is a win for the Blue Jays. They win that game 7-4. Montreal at Atlanta. That's a 12. That's a win for the Expos. They beat the Braves 9-7. San Diego at Chicago Cubs. We have that game tomorrow. That's a 5. It's a win for the Padres 2-0. New York Mets at Cincinnati. Let's see what my Mets can do. That's a win for my Mets. Yes, they win the game 7-2. Houston at Philadelphia. Steeler fans team. The Astros. 4. That is a win for the Astros. 5-2. Astros have an excellent record. Los Angeles at Pittsburgh. That's a win for the Dodgers. They win the game 8-1. Finally, San Francisco at St. Louis. Bob B's team. That's a 7. That's a win for the Cardinals. 4-3. And that is your 10-minute ticker for May 2nd, for May 2nd and 3rd. Tomorrow we will have the San Diego Padres taking on the Chicago Cubs as I continue this block of baseball of schedule here. If your team won today, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Bears Den 007, Olivier P, Salvador America, Philip Reynolds, Carver Gray, Tribe Fan 879. Thank you all for joining me today for today's baseball action. We will have maybe some more baseball a little bit later today, a little APA maybe with the 2019 4 teams they sent me. We'll see. But tomorrow we have Inside Pitch. It will be California at Pittsburgh, 77 1 and gone. And the Padres will take on the Cubs tomorrow. Stay safe, healthy, smart, and strong. Have a good night, everybody. Catch you later. Take care, everyone.